How do you define teacher as a professional?
Teacher as a professional are first, the professionalization of teaching, second, the professional ethics,
Third, teachers' welfare and privilege, the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, Republic Act 4670. Fourth, teachers' rights, duties, and responsibilities, the Education Act of 1982, BP 232. Fifth is teacher as a person in authority, CE 578.
So, for you, what is the professionalization of teaching?
So for me, first the Presidential Decree number 1006 providing for the professionalization of teachers, regulating their practice in the Philippines and for other purposes. Whereas the constitutions provide that all educational institutions shall be under the supervision of and subject to regulation by the state, and requires that the state shall establish and maintain a complete, adequate, and integrated system of education relevant to the goals of national development.
Second, Republic Act number 7836 regarding the act to strengthen the regulation and supervision of the practice of teaching in the Philippines and prescribing a licensure examination for teachers and for other purposes. Section number 1, short title, the act shall be known as the Philippine Teacher Professionalization Act of 1994.
Lastly, RA 9293, an act amending certain section of RA 7863, otherwise known as the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. Section 1, Section 15 of RA 7863 is hereby amended as follows. Section 15, Qualification Requirements of Applicants. No applicant shall be admitted to take the examination unless on the filing of the application he shall have complied with the following requirements.
Okay, let's proceed to professional ethics. For you, Barde, what is code of conduct for professional teachers?
The Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers describes the manner a teacher conducts inside and outside the classroom, as well as in dealing with situations relevant to the practice of the teaching profession.
A very nice idea. So now, let's discuss the section of Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers.
The Preamble of Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. Preamble, teachers are duly licensed professionals who possess dignity and reputation with high moral values, as well as technical and professional competence.
So now, we have 12 articles for the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. So let us know what is this 12 article all about.
The first article is the scope and limitation. Second, the teacher and the state. Third, the teacher and the community. Fourth, the teacher and the profession.
Article 5, the teacher and the teaching community. Article 6, the teacher and the higher authorities in the Philippines. Article 7, school official teachers and other personnel. Article 8, the teacher and the learners.
Article 9, the teacher and the parents. Article 10, the teacher and the business. Article 11, the teacher as a person. And Article 12, disciplinary action.
For the Article 1, Scope and Limitations. The Philippine Constitution provides that all educational institutions shall offer quality education for all Filipino citizens. A vision that requires professionally competent teachers committed to its full realization. The provision of this code shall apply, therefore, to all teachers in all schools in the Philippines. Article 2, the teachers and the state. The school are nurses of the citizens of the state. Each teacher is a trustee of the cultural and educational heritage of the nation. It is under obligation to transmit to learners such as heritage as well as evaluate national morality, promote national pride, cultivate love of the country, instill alignedness to the Constitution and respect all duties constitute authorities and promote obedience to laws of the state. Article 3. The teachers and community. A teacher is a facilitator of learning and development of a youth. He shall therefore render the best service by providing an environment conducive to such learning and growth. So Article 4. The teachers in the profession. Every teacher shall actively help and ensure that teaching is the noblest profession and shall not manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in teaching as noble calling.
Article 5. The teacher and the teaching community. A teacher is not entitled to claim for work not for his own, and shall give the due credit for the work of others which he may use. Article 6. The teacher and the higher authorities in the Philippines. A teacher shall make in his duty to make an honest effort to understand and support the legitimate policies of the school and administrations, regardless of professional feeling or private opinion, and shall faithfully carry them out. Article 8. The teacher and the learners. A teacher shall recognize and interest and welfare of learners and his first and foremost concern, and shall handle each learner justly and impartially.
In Article 9, the teacher and parents. A teacher shall establish and maintain cordial relation with parents and shall conduct himself to merit their confidence and respect. Article 10, the teacher and business. A teacher has the right to engage directly or indirectly in legitimate income generation, provided that it does not relate to or adversely affect his work. In Article 11, the teacher as a person. A teacher shall live with dignity in all places at all times. Article 12, disciplinary action. Any violation of any provision of this code shall be sufficient ground for the imposition against the erring teacher of disciplinary action consisting of revocation of his certificate of registration and license and professional teacher, suspension from the practice of teaching profession, reprimand or cancellation of his temporary or special permit under the causes specified in Section 23, Article 3, or Republic Act Number 7836, and under Rule 31, Article 3, Article 8 of the Rules and Regulations implementing Republic Act Number 7836.
Alright, so we have here into the Lesson 3, the RA 6713 Code of Conduct for Public Officials and Employees. So let's discuss how public officials and employees behave in serving the people in its community. So it is apparent that the public officials and employees shall at all times be accountable and responsible for the people. Therefore, they are expected to discharge their duties with responsibility, integrity, competence, and efficiency, and also the loyalty. In this section, you will be introduced the provision required of public officials and employees. So all public officials and employees are covered by the Republic Act Number 6713, known as an act establishing a code of conduct and ethical standard for the public officials and employees to uphold time-honored principle of public office being a public trust, guaranteeing incentives and rewards for exemplary service, enumerating prohibited acts and transitions, and providing penalties for the violating. Therefore, and for other purposes. Important provisions on the manner of behaving public officials and employees are hereby enumerated as a guide. So let's proceed to RA 4670, the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, Teachers' Welfare and Privileges. So Barde, what is your thoughts about the RA 4670?
Republic Act Number 4670 is an act known as the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers and shall apply to all public school teachers except those in the professional staff of state colleges and universities.
Alright, so let's proceed to Lesson 5. The BP 232, the Education Act of 1982, Teachers' Rights, Duties, and Responsibilities. Any thoughts about this, Lizelle Barde?
The Education Act of 1982 or the Batas Pambansang Bilang 32 or otherwise known as an act providing for the establishment and maintenance of an integrated system of education. Each section specifies the relevance of quality education in our national development. Teachers, administrators, students, and parents' duties or responsibilities were also stipulated in the Republic Act.
So now, we are here for the last lesson, the lesson 6, which is CA 578, Teachers as a Person in Authority. So, the Commonwealth Act number 578 on June 8, 1940, otherwise known as an act to amend Article 152 of the Revised Penal Code so as to include teachers, professors, and persons charged with supervision of public or duly recognized private schools, colleges, and universities within the term persons in authority. In Section 1, Article 152, Act Number 3815, known as Revised Penal Code, is aimed to read as follows. Art of 152, persons in authority who shall be deemed such as in applying provisions of proceeding in other article of this code, any persons direct visited with jurisdiction, whether as an individual or as a member of some court or governmental cooperation, board or commission, shall be deemed a person in authority. So that's the end of our topic. I hope you enjoyed our panel discussion video, The Teachers as a Professional. Thank you.